Getting into the back-to-school routine isn't always an easy feat for kids and families. Pathstone Mental Health is here to help. Joining me is Director of Quality Assurance, Erin Clayton. Erin, Pathstone has a back-to-school prep kit. Why is this important for caregivers?
We do. It's important for caregivers, children and youth, because school is coming. So people say, why now? Why so early? And I say, because you're never starting too early. And so the back to school kit, we hope, outlines some quick, easy, simple steps to help people get ready for a successful year.
I read it. It's great. Like you said, quick, easy steps. One of the steps was to increase kids' social circle. Why is that important for back to school?
Because they're going to be inundated with peers and friends. So, being at home, I'm assuming, maybe used to less people around, maybe family visits, but going back to school might be overwhelming, right? There's a lot of kids in the class. And to maybe gently push, taking turns, making friends, asking questions, thinking about other people and how you might engage.
Screen time, it increases over the summer. I have a son, I've seen it.
I have one too, and of course it does. And screens are all around us. So I think we're way past the point of assuming that screens aren't in our lives. They're in the classroom, they're a part of the way we live. But starting to look at how maybe gradually, so again, the message is small changes, right? So of course it increased, lots of expectations changed over the summer, but maybe looking at every week or so as we lead into the school year, decreasing screen time by 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so that you kind of get back into what it'll be like when you're at school for the full day, because your screen won't be there.
With back to school on the horizon, parents start to panic. Oh my goodness, my child has been staying up late, sleeping in, and you give them some really great tips on how to work on that sleep schedule for back to school.
Thanks. Yeah, everybody kind of relaxes a little bit, and as we should. But sleep is foundational. So, we can't do well if we haven't slept well. And sleep hygiene, a good sleep routine is foundational, fundamental, whether it's about back to school or just in general life. So again, saying to parents, saying to kids, let's just try to gently ease back into a nice routine. So if we've been staying up late, let's pull it back. Let's set a bedtime, let's set a wake up time. It's usually one or the other that's going to be more challenging, is either getting ourselves back to sleep earlier or getting ourselves up in the morning, but then having something to do, right? What are we going to do today? Are we going to, start to have a little bit of a plan? So again, the message is, if we make small, gentle changes, we're more apt to keep them. If we do stuff really abruptly, we seldom sustain them.
For sure, you're not setting yourself up for success.
Right.
One of the things you talk about in the prep kit, and it was something that I would never think about, but it's valuable for many different reasons, is playing a board game with your child. Why is that important for back to school prep?
Well, in some households, maybe you're an only child and you haven't had to wait, haven't had to turn take, or you can be, just starting school, and so you have to think about those things. But it's also planning, organizing, taking turns, listening, asking questions, counting, colors, all the things that maybe we've relaxed with a little bit. And at school, that's really what we're going to be doing, is exercising our brain in a different way. It's a great social opportunity, and depending what you play, probably a lot of fun.
For sure. I love it. Such a great idea. There's also in the kit some takeaways. There were the mindfulness cards. Why are those important for parents?
Definitely because we want to remind everyone that you are in charge of how you're thinking. So mindfulness really for us is about how you create space in your mind for a new thought. So a lot of people confuse it with yoga or deep breathing, and those are practices that can help you be more mindful. But these are tips and tricks to remind you that you have really a lot of power over the way you're thinking. So, a quick reference point, so whether people use those as a cue card, throw them in your backpack, put them on your phone, but a visual reminder that you might maybe need to just talk yourself up a little bit. This is going to be a good day. I'm going to do okay. But that you're in charge of your mindset, and this is a way that maybe it can help put you upon how you want to think.
There is a QR code in the kit that lists all the different walk-in clinics, times. People think, oh, I have to go to St. Catharines to the walk-in clinic, but that's not true. There's lots of walk-in clinics in the Niagara region.
I'm proud to say there's 10. We've really worked hard with our community to wrap ourselves around this initiative. So it's a completely community funded initiative. We can't thank the Niagara community enough for the investment in wellness. But no, the QR code, we hope, allows people to just check, where am I today? If you need to pop in, something's on your mind, you know, check what location, the hours are there. We're conveniently located in the Penn Center in the Seaway Mall, so definitely we get a lot of attraction there because people are there. But we're spread across the entire community, recognizing that Niagara is geographically very broad, and so transportation isn't always possible. So we're trying to be there for you.
The other piece you were mentioning, because some people don't want to go to the walk-in clinic, they just need something to take with them. You were mentioning, go on the website, go on our social media. We have tips every day for parents. Is that something you would recommend they go on?
Absolutely. We heard loudly and clearly in the last year that our community wanted more things on our website, so we recently revamped it. So we are continuing to hopefully have it more accessible. But there's, you know, maybe you just want some information about ADHD or anxiety or our services. It's all there for you. Our social media, follow us, you know, engage us in your morning routine. That can be one of the things when you're waking up early now. Look at Pathstone and see what the tip of the day is. We're running those all the time, plus all of the links to whatever's happening in our community is there also. So we're really trying to respond to that. And you know, Healthy Well Community is what Pathstone is dedicated to. That's our strategic direction, and we're really trying to have all of those answers for people. You might not need to come into services, that's fine, but you can still maybe use us as a resource, and that's what we hope to be.
I can say this as a parent, everybody needs to get their hands on this prep kit. It's awesome. How can people find out about it?
You can go to our social media, you can go to our website, and we may have some physically at some of our walk-in sites just for you to take.
Erin, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you so much for having me.